Let's see. Says I am live. Let's see if the playback's coming through yet. Yep. Hey guys, if you're just joining, I'm just kind of checking out my monitor here, make sure everything's working out. I did a mount on the end of the table here so I can mount the monitor. I just haven't had a chance to test it out until tonight. Hey Manuel, how you doing? It looks like it's working all right. Cool. How's the audio? Does it sound all right? Thanks, Emmanuel. Appreciate it. Sweet. Yeah, I've got it turned down just a little bit. I was looking at the Hangouts screen. It looked like it was getting some pretty hot audio, so I backed it off a little bit. Yeah, I've been in here for the last hour, actually for the last couple hours, trying to get the Gleam set up for a giveaway that I'm getting ready to do. Getting ready to give away this lion. The video I did for this back about 4 months ago is getting ready to hit 50,000 50,000 views. So I'm trying to get everything set up for that. Rate it's going, it should go live tomorrow. Yeah, see, I got 6 people watching now. Sweet. Welcome, guys. Cool. So it is still working there. Okay. Just trying to make sure everything is set up right. Haven't streamed and it feels like it's been a few weeks, so that's probably about how long it's been. So I'm trying to make sure everything is still set up, still working. In fact, I have not streamed since I put the new card in to the computers. That's another thing I was wanting to make sure that everything's still working that direction. I'd still got to kick out some more videos here. I was going to do them tonight, but I think I'm just going to back off and probably start tomorrow night. Hey Matt, how you doing? At the moment, I do not have any plans on an ANET A8. I would love to get one of those, but right now I just don't have any plans for it. I just don't have the to do it. Oh man. Hey Greg, good to see you. Nice that you can see me. I wish I could see you. I'm glad you could join us. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of show off some of the things I picked up recently. I went on to Wish.com and I made a couple of orders, and I mean, all told, this right here is maybe about $25 worth right here. It wasn't that much. Might have been a little bit more than that, but not by much. This was supposed to be a Boya microphone. Of course, they didn't send me a Boya, so I got to check that out and see how that's going to work out. And then I actually did pick up a Boya shotgun mic. And I've been wanting to get one of those for some time now. So I'm going to give that a shot. In fact, I brought out a battery so I could try it out, but I don't think doing it on the stream would be the best way of handling it. And then just before, it was about 2 days before they had that Amazon Prime Day, I picked up a roll of the AMZ 3D copper filament. And I don't know if you can see it through the bag, but it looks a lot like the bronze, maybe a little bit different tone to it. I mean, I've got the bronze hatch box around here somewhere. I'm not seeing it at the moment, or I'd grab it. It might be a little bit different tone to it, so it's going to be pretty close. So I'm really interested to give that a shot. I hear the dogs barking. Let's pick it up a little bit. Well, cool. Looks like everything is working. The camera's still working good. So that's sweet. Anyway, I figured just do a quick little stream, just kind of get caught up here and just make sure everything's still working. Let everybody know I'm still here. I like this setup here. I'll do a video on it a little bit later on, but what it is, I got this mount. It's a Viva or something like that mount. It's meant for clamping onto a tabletop, so you can mount your monitor. And what I did is I just bolted it directly to my table, and so I had got some of those lag bolts. So it's like the great big wood screw looking things, but it got a regular nut or a bolt head to it. And so I got that screwed in there, so it's nice and rigid. And then the extra monitor I had up here, so that way I don't have to bring the monitor from the computer desk, bring it over here every time I try to stream. And the only thing I got to do now is figure out, which maybe you guys might know, is there a splitter that you can hook into your computer that would split off for two HDMI cables? You know, so I could have one monitor and then have it run to another monitor, not necessarily them on at the same time. But I was wondering if any of you have ever seen something like that. Yeah, new toys. Yeah, I'm getting microphone poor around here. I still have my original Boya, which is still one of my favorites, but the cord on it is like 15, 20 feet long. And it's just way too much, especially now that I'm dealing with a Tascam and I usually have it close by. So I hate having that much cable just dangling all over the floor. And the dogs are barking at something again. Yeah, I had kind of an exciting... Hey, Slow W27. How you doing? Yeah, I had a busy weekend. On Friday, we had Kid Rock here in Salinas because this is big week. This is when they have the California Rodeo, or as they call it here, the Rodeo, which I never got that one. But they're having that this week. And so to kick everything off, they had Kid Rock come in for a concert, which was pretty interesting. I mean, I've seen Kid Rock. This is probably our 5th or 6th time seeing them. So it was a really, really nice show. Only thing was just the seating arrangements and stuff were kind of, I wasn't used to it because I'm used to going down to Paso Robles to see them, or to Shoreline Amphitheater. So it was a lot different setup. But all in all, it was a pretty good show. Definitely it wasn't him. He definitely put on a great show, that's for sure. And then yesterday went over to Hollister to that amphitheater they have there. It's at a vineyard. I think it's called Guerrera Vineyards. Yeah, they in short they just call it Pepper Tree Ranch. Went over there, and that was a really nice show. They had 2 tribute bands, one for Styx and one for Journey, and they were both great bands. Juicy, how you doing, my friend? Nice to see you're on here. I miss your live streams. When are you going to start going back to it? Hey Andrew, how you doing? Make sure the stream is going here. There we go. I know, Juicy, we need you back. We need you back. Stay juicy, my friend. I love the name you got on it, that's for sure. Yeah, shoot me a deal on Twitter, and I'll be sure to join next time you're on there. Yeah, I finally brought out my other printer out here, so now I've got 3 printers out here. I just took them all off the table today so I could do a few things. I shot a video for this once again. So I did that video earlier today. So I'll probably tonight I'll start putting well, you know what, I think I'll wait off until I actually take and unbox these and actually use them, and maybe do a couple videos on those. Stay juicy, my friend. Yes, you do. You need to add that line. Like that, what's that guy from that beer commercial, Dos Equis, or whatever the name of that beer commercial? Stay thirsty, my friends. That's what you need to do. You need to do the stay juicy, my friends. Anyway, I got to get those printers put back up here. Um, I need to start getting back on that Smalls. There's actually an upgrade I'm going to do to the Smalls. I think I mentioned it in one of the other live streams, but I found this little adapter where you can actually plug it onto the board, and it's supposed to do the pin out so that you can use a Ramps 1.4 LCD screen. So I was looking at the parts on that, and I think the adapter is like $14.99 on eBay, and then the ramp screen's like $9 or $10. So as soon as I save up a little bit of money, I'm going to pick that up and then see if I can get that set up where I can actually print from the SD card, so I don't have to keep attaching it to a computer, because that's the one thing I just can't stand that. So I'll see if I can do that upgrade soon. That beer commercial is exactly what you pictured. That would be awesome. Let's see here. Is there anything else new around here? Trying to think if there's anything else that has come up recently. I'm trying, Juicy. I'm trying. That's a funny story. The whole reason why I started the YouTube channel wasn't even for doing this kind of stuff. I never dreamed that I'd be doing this kind of stuff. I started the YouTube channel because I used to go to the concerts, and I would try to upload the videos and stuff to Facebook. But Facebook at that time, you'd start to do an upload, and it would get maybe halfway, and then it would lose the upload, and it'd have to restart, and it would take hours sometimes to get stuff to upload to Facebook. And so finally, somebody mentioned, "Why don't you just get a YouTube account and upload to that, and it's a whole lot easier." Oh, okay. So that's what I did. I just started a YouTube channel and did it that way, and it was a lot faster. I mean, the uploads, at that time I had DSL, but even at that, maybe 30, 40 minutes, it would be uploaded on one shot. It wouldn't have to restart and all that. So that's the whole reason why I did that. And then at the first of 2016, I thought, why can't I just turn the channel into something a little bit more? So I started doing the ratchet repair videos and just little stuff like that. And that's about the time my wife said, "Hey, how about would you like to get one of those 3D printers you kept talking about?" I'm like, "I would love to," but she says, "Well, you didn't get anything for your birthday, didn't really get anything for Christmas. Let's just go ahead and get you one." So I got it, and that's that's what got the whole thing going. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Greg is great, by the way, just in case you guys ever wondered. Juicy, you're going to get there. You're better than me. You're going to get there. Trust me. You take care, Juicy. Thank you very much for joining. The next printer I plan to show you. I don't have anything yet. I'm talking to a company, and I don't want to take and jinx nothing, so I'm not going to say the name of the company. I'm not going to say much more, but I'm hoping that I can get something worked out. I cannot afford to take and buy a printer right now, so I'm hoping that they'll help me out somehow so that I can get this printer in. Because if I can at least have the opportunity to review this printer, I plan on doing things with this printer that it blew my mind when I learned all the features of this thing. And it's not over $1,000 either. It's I believe about an $899, $799 machine. I believe it's $899, and which is still, that's above what I would feel comfortable on spending on a printer. But at the same time, with the features it comes with, I totally understand the price, and it's got some really cool features. So once again, I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that one. And if that company happens to watch this, you know exactly who I'm talking about. please. Hey, Chris. Happy birthday, my friend. Finally, I got somebody with a wrench in here. I'm going to have the battle of the wrenches between Greg and Chris. Thanks. I'm really hoping. I would love to do a demo on a Delta printer. What is the one that's from New York? That small one. Joel started to do a review on it, and then I don't think he ever finished the review on that one. I would love to get my hands on one of those, and right off the top of my head, I cannot remember the name of it. But I would love to try that out. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Did you release your video today? I haven't seen it yet. At least, of course, I haven't had my phone near me for about 2 hours now. I would sing happy birthday to Chris, except I'm afraid I bust everybody's eardrums and probably break the camera and everything else. It's not the Block Zero. Let me see here. Can I... Joel? Is that you? It is! You are sexy. You are, man. I'll tell you what. Doing good, my friend. Thank you very much for joining. Oh, you unboxed the TiVo? That's cool. I have yet to see a TiVo. I've yet to see a working TiVo. No, I'm kidding. No, don't go there. No. That's cool. Now, forgive me if I'm that ignorant about it, but on the TiVo, do the electronics actually come fully assembled, or do you have to assemble the circuit board and all that kind of stuff? Hey, Curtis, how you doing? I'm so glad that Joel got to see that he already had a wrench. Now I got a lot of wrenches in here now. So you do have to assemble everything. I wondered about that. Stay juicy, my friend. You take care, Juicy. Thank you very much for joining. Greg? Dude. See, that is why Greg is great. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. No, you are the awesomest. You are. Oh, no. Oh, snap, Greg. Oh, snap. Curtis is going to go down on you right now, man. The most interesting moose in the world. Yes, he is. I was just telling him earlier, I really miss his live streams. It took 18 months? Oh, you've had it 18 months. Sorry. Wow, 18 months, no problems. That's cool. Kid Rock was awesome. He puts on a great show. It primarily my only issue was the venue, and I'll tell you guys what happened. And I try to be one of the nicest people you ever meet. I just try to be nice. But man, the crowd there was just insane. I mean, usually when I go to a venue, usually it's where it's assigned seating, and like down at Paso Robles at the Mid-State Fair, you go down there, you pay for your seat, you sit in your seat, you stand up in front of your seat, you can move a little bit to your side of your seat, providing the other people let you do it. But you get into the aisles or you start going up toward the stage, they grab hold of you and they haul you out. When you go up to Shoreline Amphitheater, it's the same way. You pay for wherever you're going to sit. If you go up in the grass, no big deal. They go all over the place. That's no big deal. But you just don't go up to the stage. They don't allow it. Well, here the way they had it is all the assigned seating, which we had assigned seating, but the seats were all the way back by the bleachers, and then because it's arena, it's the kickoff the California Rodeo, they call it here in Salinas. It's rodeo season. It's what they call Big Week. I believe bull riding, the PBR bull riding starts like on Wednesday night, and it goes on until Sunday. What? Okay, first off, Futch, thank you very much for joining. 3D Print Everything, thank you very much for joining. Joel, what? Why? Thank you very much. Yes, it will definitely go to good use. Thank you so much. Curtis, make it rain. Oh my God, man! Thank you. But anyway, so we get in there and we have our assigned seating. But the thing is, there is a gap between where the seats end and where the stage is, which is probably another 200 feet, maybe even more than that, between the closest seat and the stage, and it's what they call the standing floor. So you have a place where you can go back to sit down, but for the most part, you're supposed to stand up and go up there to, if you're going to stand up, go up to that part. So Beth and I, we get there, I would say at first we started out maybe at about 100 feet from the stage, which granted, it went all the way up to maybe about 20 feet from the stage, and then they had the VIP area that was all in front of that, so there's no getting any closer than that. So we got up at the closest point was about 50 feet from the stage. So that was pretty awesome. Joel is really cool. Yes, Greg, he is awesome. But remember, Greg, you are great. 3D printing Santa. Yes, he is. What's this? As Jimmy pre-orders more brass fill in his head. I would like to try brass fill. No, my LCD on my Meat Creator 2 has been rock solid since the very beginning. I've never had an issue. The only issue I have is the fan on the side of it. Remember that very loud fan during my very first review? It was a loud fan. The only thing that has happened on mine is the fan now is making kind of I think the bearing is starting to go out on it. So it's starting to make a noise when I first start it up. And so I'll touch it as it's going, and it'll usually straighten it right out. Joel, thank you very much for joining. I cannot thank you very much. You have a great night, and thank you. Take care, my friend. I hope to see you again soon somehow. Yeah, Futch, we got to figure out why that's not working. Have you opened up the bottom of it by any chance and checked the wiring just to make sure that everything's still attached? If maybe something worked loose or anything? So, getting back to it. So, we got up there fairly close to the stage, and it was fun. But the only thing is, they center everything around drinking at that particular venue, which I kind of knew it, but then again, I didn't really know exactly to the level. And I'm not talking, we had a few drinks and we had fun. We're talking full-blown drink, everything you can drink, and then some. And they were having fun at it too. So we get up there fairly close, and then by the time Kid Rock starts, we look back and there's no seeing the back of the crowd, because they just all gathered in behind us. So at first it was pretty good for the first 2 or 3 songs, and then all of a sudden here come a whole new crowd up that wasn't there before, and they start crowding up and just pushing and shoving. This one girl, I'm pretty sure she had a little something extra than drinking, starts just bouncing, jumping up and down, screaming, and just falls down, headbutts Beth right into the knee, and knocks her going down. So I'm grabbing hold of Beth, bringing her back up. In the meantime, me and this other guy, we got our elbows on this girl, getting her pushed back up. And just from there, just kind of went downhill a little bit. Till it was the second to the last song. this other guy, he came in from the side. And I don't know where he came from because usually everybody came from the back and moved forward. So, there would be somebody in front that would move, and then, we'd step up. Somebody else would move, we'd step up. But, we weren't pushing on nobody. But everything was coming from the back. Well, all of a sudden, this guy bulldozes right into me and Beth, and he pushes right in front of Beth. And to the point where it about knocked her down again. And that guy, I pushed him. Pushed him back because of the way he done it. And of course, then he came back at me, and I put my elbow right in his face, and he didn't like that. I didn't hit him, but I just put my elbow there because he was starting to come right in like he was getting ready to come at. So I just was kind of blocking. Next thing I know, this guy is screaming in my face. What in the world are you doing there? I'm like, hey, first off, you hit my wife, and if you do it again, I'm not going to go into exactly the words that were said, but pretty much along the lines, that's not going to happen. Needless to say, while everybody else is bouncing and enjoying themselves, and even this guy starts, because he got a spot, he's all happy. He waves his girlfriend over he gets her brought in. He did it purely as a move to get in there, which, okay, fine. And the guy's and the whole time I'm just looking at the back of his head like, okay. Well, when we finished up, probably the last song, which I did record that song, and I put it up on, I think I put it up on Facebook because there's no way of really posting it to Twitter. All you can do is do like a 40 or 45 second clip of it. That's all you can do. So, and I don't think there's a way of posting a video that's already been taken to Periscope. So I just went ahead and I just posted it on Facebook because I'm trying to get out of doing that kind of stuff on YouTube now that I actually have a established channel. I don't want to take any chances on it, so I just don't do it. But anyway, he goes and he's all celebrating. I told you I'd get you to the front, and he all takes off. And I was like, okay, whatever. So let the crowd kind of filter out. I just walked up to the fence because it was only by that point it was about 6-7 feet in front of us, and we just stepped up to the fence, and there was a security officer there. So I just started talking with the security guy, and just kicking it with him for a little bit. And here comes one of the women security officers by, and she goes, "We were watching you." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "We saw the look on your face after that guy rammed into you guys, and we saw the look on your face because while everybody else is all partying, having a good time, and you're just dead still staring this guy in the back of the head." They just do. I was going to just beat him right there. But it didn't go down. Everything was all cool. But then last night we went to go see that Journey and Styx tribute band over in Hollister, and it's amphitheater set up. It's all grass seating, but you bring your little beach chairs and stuff like that, so it's low back chairs and all that, and it's all laid back. They just drink wine there, so it's all cool. Let me go back up here and see what I missed on the chat. Sorry about going on about all that. Let's see. Yeah, there's where Joel left. Practical. Let's see. So your fan did the same thing on your CreateBot Mini. Okay. Okay, so all your wiring is intact. So did the screen itself go black, or can you see any kind of a backlight to it or anything? Curtis, oh my God, yeah. It was a little bit rough. Not exactly the type of video I'm used to. Outside cookies on the video. Now that's one thing too, I do have to say, there was a lot of funky smoke in the air there. So usually when you smell that, usually everybody's kind of toned down. And that's not exactly what all happened. Yeah, I got mad. I'll be honest. I'm a redhead, and along with all the baggage that comes along with it. Jimmy turns into John Wick. I haven't seen that movie. I have to see that one. Greg, you are actually the closest on exactly what I said. Except yours might be a little bit cleaner than what I said. Screen is black, so that's definitely that means something's either burnt out on the board or something's wrong with the wiring, is what I'm guessing. Unless the screen itself just went completely out, which is really odd. How long have you had it? Greg likes redheads. I don't know, Greg, are you my type? Knocking. Oh, man. See, am I at the end of the chat? Yeah, I'm at the end of the chat. Cool. One of my best friends, his name's Nate. I won't say his last name because I don't know if he wants me to say it online or nothing. But we worked at Sears together. As me, let's see, I'm trying to remember who all was in there at that time. Me, Greg, Nate. I think that was Luz. I forget the other exactly who was in there at that time. But we were all really tight. And Greg and Nate, those guys are just awesome. And if you follow me on Twitter, you saw a picture a while back with me, the two, all three of us together. And those guys are a hoot. But I used to always kid with Nate because he always made snickerdoodle cookies. And I'm like, hey Nate, if I wasn't married and you were a woman, shut up, Jimmy. Oh, it's always funny. 8 months. I wonder if G-Tech... Do you ever follow G-Tech on Twitter? If so, send them a message, a private message on Twitter, and usually they are the best about getting back to you the fastest is through the Twitter portion of it. Otherwise, kick me an email to the Jimmy Shaw's Tidbits at gmail.com, and I'll send you a link to one of the not customer service, but it's one of the technician emails, so you can send a message to them. They're usually pretty good at answering their regular tech deal, but there's this one guy in particular. He's really knowledgeable. Chris needed a laugh. Well, hopefully you had some birthday cake today. Yeah. I told Curtis some stories. Okay, Futch, thank you very much for joining. And yeah, kick me a email when you get a chance, and I'll see what I can do by helping you out on it. Oh, you had some barbecue. Nice. I really thought about barbecuing today, but it was hot. Well, I say it was real hot. It was about 80 degrees here, which for in Salinas, that's getting pretty warm. But we had some other things we had to get done today, so I never got a chance to. One thing I love cooking, and forgive me if there's anybody here that can't eat it, but I used to eat the New York strip steak. Now, New York strip, I'd never tried it in my life until I went back to my wife's family's. They had a family reunion back there in Grand Junction, Colorado. And Mike cooked up some of the best steaks I'd ever tasted in my life. And when I found out they were New York strip, I was like, okay, I got to spend the money. I got to start cooking New York strip because they were so good. And but since the price really went up on them, I ended up getting some of those boneless pork loins. And I figured out how to barbecue it. Well, I watched a YouTube video and the guy showed how to cook it over indirect heat. And it takes about 2 hours to cook a 5 pound or a 10 pound, whatever size it is. It doesn't matter. It'll still cook it in 2 hours. And man, oh man, since I started doing those, like, okay, I don't have to go back to steak. Not Curtis level barbecue. I still gotta try some of his barbecue. I saw some pictures of his barbecue pit that he uses at his job. Oh my god, that thing's nice. Craig's craving steak or barbecue sauce. Inside joke. uh, 98 there today. Man. And you're up north too. Of course, you're kind of inland, aren't you, compared to where San Francisco would be? I keep pushing the whole page down instead of the chat. It goes to show you how often I get on here streaming, huh? Oh, man. 23 miles north of the bridge. So how close are you to Sears Point? That's getting pretty close to it, isn't it? Of course, I imagine they probably renamed it from Sears Point to something else by now. The way that thing's going. Let's see here. Goodness, what else is going on here? Trying to think if anything else has come in. I have a couple things coming in. MZ3D sent me a note the other day. They got some more filament that they're sending to me, so that's going to be awesome to check that out. I forget which one they said it was, but it's going to be kind of interesting to check it out. I know I've got to start 3D printing some fidget spinners for a friend of mine. Went to school with this gentleman, and he got hold of me once he saw that I had a 3D printer, and he's like, "Hey, I need some fidget spinners." I'm like, "No, not fidget spinners, no." Oh goodness! So I'm gonna go ahead and get those printed up for him. He sent me the link to some of the. They're all on Thingiverse, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those printed up for him probably this week, and I'll do a video on that when I do them. Looking for work in Petaluma area. You definitely need to talk to Curtis. No, let spinners die. Okay, now I do have a spinner. I still need to do the giveaway on it. It's one that I keep calling him C-Dub. My goodness, that's getting pretty bad when you know somebody by their slang name rather than by their real. Oh my god. C-Dub. Calvin. So he took it. He milled out this. It's a brass fidget spinner, but it's a smaller one. I got the bearing for it and everything. I just need to take and wash out the bearing with kerosene or WD-40 or something. Get that cleaned out, and then I can get it spinning right. And then he just gave me the caps for it. So I'm going to get that put together here, and I'll wait till after the giveaway. It's coming up pretty soon for that. And after get the logo thing set up, which, by the way, I haven't seen any logos yet coming on the email, so I don't think I've missed anything, but in case somebody did send one in, shoot me another email because I somehow didn't get it. I honestly expected to bomb it. That's all right. Travis spinners are awesome. Those, man, those are a work of art, especially when the ones are they're running. My wife saw that and Beth's like, I've got to have those. You sit with photos of beer. That's the kind of work he wants. Oh, you have a company that's hiring, really? If I lived closer up there, I would definitely be hitting you up. Sandra Diaz, is that who I think it is? Is that you, Veronica? If it is, I'm sorry I missed you earlier. I think I pulled in about the time you and the kids were pulling out. That was another thing that happened too. We just barely got home, and we got it is. Hi Veronica, how you doing? How's Jackson and Bobby and Alexis doing? Anyway, just after we get pulled in the driveway this afternoon, pick up some groceries down at Walmart. Uh, we're walking through the gate, and all of a sudden we hear this car just start skidding and crash. And I'm like, what in the world? Went out there, and this car had somehow, when he came around the corner, spun out and went right through the fence of the strawberry field. Right out, and I don't know how bad he wrecked up the strawberries or anything, but his car, the whole front bumper, grill, everything was just ripped off that car. And I don't think he had flat tires too, because he was making a lot of noise as he pulled out and was trying to take off. But the funny part was he left his license plate behind. So I think the whoever's fence he went through, I think they're going to be able to collect some money on that one. Well, guys, it is 9:57 here, and I'm just going to go ahead and call this quits. And I just mainly wanted to come in here and kind of to talk with you guys for a little bit, check everything out, make sure this monitor setup was working, which I like this monitor setup. It's just right on the other side of the table, so it's 3 feet from me, so it's just the perfect distance. Let's see if I can get this camera where you can see it. There we go. I hope it's seeing it. Anyway, I think it's going to work out pretty good. See if I can get around the table here so I can see what I showed you. Oh yeah, that showed pretty good. Anyway, it's mounted up pretty nice. It's nice and stable. Looks good. So that's the main thing, is I just wanted something that wasn't on the tabletop. I could swing it out of the way, put the printers up here. I don't have to worry about having to move a monitor back and forth. And I've got I believe that is a 10 or 15 foot HDMI cable running over to the computer right now. So I'm going to see about getting one of those, see if I can find a splitter of some sort where I can run one monitor or the other. I don't have to run both monitors at once. But I think that'll work out pretty good. Yeah, Curtis is the one that sent me the link for this. He's awesome, man. He sent me that link, and it's like, okay, that's what I wanted. This is the Logitech 920C Pro, I think it's called. And I like it. It does the trick. When I very first got into YouTube, I mentioned to my wife I'd like to get a camera, a webcam. And we went all last year, didn't get it. And then just before I got the printer bought, I ended up talking to her about it, and I had this better computer where I could actually just start streaming. So we talked it over, and I think I got it for like $67 at Best Buy, and it worked out pretty good. The monitor that's on the table here is an HP. I believe it's a 24. Yeah, it's a V24 4H is what this one is. Then the other one on the other desk is I think it's a 24-inch as well. It's a nicer one. It's got a real nice base to it and everything. That's one thing I didn't want to take the base off of that one and put it here, because that one's just really cool looking the way it is. And that's the other thing too, is I'm using the old, is my mom's sewing table. Is what I'm using for the, hey Theory, how you doing? It's the old sewing table that my mom used to have inside her house. And then when I started doing YouTube videos out here, especially when it was about the time I started doing the Meat Creator 2 unboxing, which I had it sitting on the wall over here to the side. And it was a nice little table, but it was real shaky. Like this one here, I could shake it, but I got to really give it some force, because I got 4x4s on the corners and 2x4 bracing all the way around it. But that one's got the little metal, it's like a baker's rack frame, so it shakes a lot. Hey Theory, thank you very much for joining. You take care. The Red Doohickey. The Red Doohickey is my Tascam, what was that thing, a DR05? And that's what I'm using for the phantom power for the microphone. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the little bars going back and forth, so it kind of lets me know that I'm actually putting some sound out. And then I've got a 10-foot cable that runs from here to the computer for the mic out, or what is it? Headphone out jack to the microphone in over there. So it does all the phantom power for this microphone. Once I get the shotgun mic going, if I honestly don't know how the sound's going to be, but I'd love to be able to take the shotgun mic and have it either mounted over here somewhere by the monitor facing this direction, or overhead or something like that. I was originally going to do this overhead, and then several people mentioned you can't do that because you have it very far away from you, you can't pick you up. I believe 18 inches is kind of the limit, because if I move over here, it drops off a lot compared to if I'm right here. That's the reason why I've got it right about here, and I kind of stay in my confounds of my pad here. But yeah, it does pretty good. The only thing is, when the battery dies, it just dies. And it's got 2 AA's in it, which I replaced them a few weeks ago, and I really haven't used it much since. And I don't know how long I've been streaming, but it's been going all this time. I try to, if I'm close enough to the computer, I do it where it's got the power coming from the computer to run it, so it's not discharging the batteries that much. Multi-input USB pre. What is that? Is that the microphone? But yeah, that seems to be doing the trick. USB pre. I know what you're talking about now. Never mind. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've actually was looking at a phantom power one, but I wanted to get one that had adjustable power to it or something like that. What I like about this right now is I can actually adjust not only the microphone input going to this, but I can control the output as well. So it's actually worked out pretty good. Hey Gunnar, how you doing? But yeah, it's right now it seems to be doing the trick. I mean, it's not something that's going to be a permanent fixture, I'm sure. I don't want to just wear it out doing live streams. And I don't know if anybody saw it whenever I was at Maker Faire. Probably didn't see it because just thinking about it was on my side. Everybody that was around there saw what I had, but I'm trying to see if I have my black one out here or not. Yeah, I do. I actually have two of them. This one right here is the one I 3D printed. I did a video on it a while back. This is the one that Calvin printed for me, and I believe it was in nylon. And they're belt clips. So you just put it in there. That fits on the side of your belt. And I had my, what is that, the Behringer microphone. I had that with a 3-foot cable. And it just was a perfect length, so I could interview Joel. I could interview Calvin. I could interview Chuck, and it was just a perfect length. Didn't have to have the extra, like a 10-foot XLR cable or anything that way. Curtis! Oh my God, thank you. Man, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll definitely pick up a different power source or somehow to get that all taken care of. But yeah, that's going to be cool. Well, let's see here. I was going to end this 5 minutes ago. I just think I get in there to see my mom and make sure she gets to bed and everything. Make sure everything's going good in there. But man, thank you very much, everybody, for joining. I can't thank you enough. And thank you very much to all of you for the donations. It definitely, that gets put right back into the channel. It comes whenever the ad revenue comes in from, well, I don't think you're supposed to talk about it, so I won't say the name, but you know how it works. Anyway, whenever that money comes in, that definitely goes right back into buying filament, buying different extra parts for the printers, and if I need to do anything as far as equipment wise, that's how I do it. So it definitely helps out a lot. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And once again, I said at the very beginning of the stream, what I'm going to do is I don't think it's going to happen tonight. I haven't checked where the video's at just yet. Back 4 months ago, I did the 3D printed Harry Lion, and it's right at the 50,000 view mark, which I've never dreamed I'd ever have a video that I actually did that people would find interesting enough to watch it that many times. I mean, it just blows my mind if I really sit down and think about how many people that is. I mean, Shoreline Amphitheater holds 22,000 people. That's double that. That's an insane amount of people. We start thinking about that way, it's like, I don't know if I could do this. But man, it's just amazing. So what I did is I 3D printed another one of these using the Hatchbox bronze PLA. And what I'm going to do is, as soon as that thing hits 50,000 views, I'm going to go ahead and put the giveaway up and get that all set up so that we can go ahead and give this away. And giveaway will go until August 1st, and then sometime August 2nd, I'll pick the winner and send an email, and somebody somewhere in this planet's going to get it. A gold micro lion in the smalls. Yes, that's a good idea. Actually, that's a really good idea. So if it has micro USB for power, maybe a power bank. Oh, for this here? Yes, it does. And actually, if I'm close enough to the computer, I actually have the cord that I just plug into that, and then you just switch over to external power. So it works out pretty good. Hey, Junior, how you doing? NSH, I haven't seen that in a long time. That was North Salinas High School. That's where I went. Oh, man. Oh, you got the smalls coming, huh? Sweet. Tom's doing good. One of these days, I got to see if I can talk him into coming in here. Of course, then I'll have to be sure I click the 18 and over, adults only, all that kind of stuff. I bring them in. Guarantee there will be lots of 4-letter words spoken. I definitely will. If I ever get him in here, I'll let you know. Curtis made you get the smalls. He blackmailed you? Is that supposed to be another inside joke? Lies. Oh, man. Hey, Gunner. Is it Gunner? Yeah, Gunner. I am personally in Salinas, California. And quite a few of the gentlemen that are on here. Greg, he's in New York. Lucky, he's up north. So he's in the same time zone. So right here it's 10:10 right now, p.m. Junior, he's down south of me. He's down in I can't think of the name of it right now. I know it starts with a C. Kalinga. Yes, Kalinga. The earthquake capital of the world here in California. Yeah, a lot of us are here in California. You always thought I was a Swede? I wished I was over in Sweden. Greg's in the future. Okay, guys, I've been saying it for the last 11 minutes. I gotta go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you very much to all of you for joining. Thank you very much for once again for all the donations. Thank you very much for everything. I appreciate it. I was actually surprised anybody came and joined me tonight because I plan on being on here for about 5 minutes just to check it out. But yeah, Junior, I'll definitely hit you up. We need to talk about Smart Cloud. I need to talk to you about some of that. Well, I'll just go ahead and say it right now. I'd really like to use some of your clips. The only thing is there a way that we can? I don't want to be mean or sound rude or nothing about it. But is there a way of removing the name that's spoken during it? If there is, that'd be awesome. That way I could take, even if it's like a minute and a half, 2-minute segments. They would work perfect for the. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank tonight. It would definitely work out great for when I do the time lapses and stuff like that. I love the music you're doing. Okay, guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and call it off the old files. No, none on the new ones. Okay, so definitely I'll get on there and check out all your newer ones and check them all out. Anyway, guys, once again, thank you very much. Have a great night. Take care. And let me bring up the right screen here so I don't turn off the wrong one. There we go. Guys, have a good night. Take care. Bye.